Hi Stu, how are you today?
I am very well, Sam. How are you today?
I am feeling fantastic. What's on your mind? You said you wanted to chat.
I am just sick and tired. I am just too much stuff going on. Never enough hours in the day. I am working so hard, and that's great. And there's a guilty feeling with some people having it tough out there to be going at it so hard at the moment. It's phenomenal, and I guess the drive that I have as well, that it's got to be top of the tree in terms of the quality,
Yeah.
and spending time with the people that I love. Just not enough hours in the day.
Okay. So you're just feeling exhausted and just you can't fit all the things in that
Yeah,
you want to do.
yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, Stu. What else is kind of what's the kind of impacts of that? What's the so what for you?
Feeling tired.
Yeah.
Feeling tired a lot. Relationships
Yeah.
just all the time. You're living in the same house with the same people for such a long period of time that
Yeah.
it can be hard, and just not looking after myself as well. Just not getting out there, doing a little bit of exercise, just trying to get that mindset right. Stuff that we used to do all the time.
Yeah.
So not eating well, too much work.
Okay. So it sounds like you've got a long list of things to potentially try and solve. So what I'll just play back what I heard. So I heard that working long hours starting to impact some relationships. Things might be a bit tense at home. You've got the pressure of still delivering great courses at great outcomes. Potentially nutrition isn't great in terms of what you're eating, and you're not getting any exercise. Is that pretty much
Correct. Yeah.
what's happening? So Stu, of all of those, if you were to start with something, because
Yes.
it's going to be hard in this coaching chat to solve everything, but it'd be
Yeah.
nice to take something and try and edge it forward. What would be a good thing to focus on from all of those?
I'm not sure. They all feel important. They all feel important. I think saving time, making some time, mental well-being, um, just really 13 hours a day is at the moment. 13 hours.
Wow. Wow.
So getting up at 5:30. We don't stop till 7:30.
Yeah. So is it that we're going to talk about schedule, and is that where you want to go? So do you want to go in maybe into the how can you look at that daily routine to make time, or do you want to talk about nutrition, exercise? Where do you think we should start?
I think the root problem. I've always been a believer that if you're physically fit, then you're mentally fit.
Right.
And if you've got the energy to cope with stuff, then big problems don't feel as big because you're on them. And I think the confines of working so hard has had a mental impact and a physical impact as well.
Okay. So maybe some sort of if you could try and make time for exercise, that might then have a knock-on impact on your mental well-being, and it would force you to work a bit less because in that time when you're exercising,
Nice.
you have to step out.
Yeah.
So should we go down that avenue?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Mental well-being and physical well-being. I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Stu, there's a couple of things we could do here. I could give you some advice in terms of what I do, or I could help you figure it out through coaching. What would you prefer?
What do you think would be best?
Well, you are the expert in your own life, so I think for me to give you my exercise habits isn't necessarily helpful because you're the expert in your own life. So
then coaching.
Okay.
And,
All right.
and guiding me down a suitable path, I think, might be helpful.
Okay. Thanks for giving me permission. It's we get into some aspects in coaching beyond the basics of conversation. So thanks for that. So let's now talk about the outcome you want. So what's the outcome you want? So if we're thinking about too much work, we're thinking about the need for exercise and schedule, try and put that into words for me in terms of the outcome you're looking for.
I think if I could balance my health, my well-being, with the work, I think that would be a very rewarding situation. If somehow the two could be balanced, and perhaps mental well-being, having a greater having a greater emphasis in my life. In which case, that might be a big go.
Okay, so you're talking about this balance of health and well-being with work. Can we try and be more specific? Because I think if we put that as the outcome you want, it's quite hard to measure that because it's very subjective in terms of, you could easily say that you are or aren't achieving it. Mm-hmm. Something more specific maybe in terms of the specific outcome you want around being able to build exercise into your routine.
Being less tired, losing a bit of weight, that would be huge.
So less tired, lose weight. Okay, so they're good outcomes, and better mental well-being. Mm-hmm. Try and put that into a goal, Stu. I'm looking for a nice statement that describes a better future for you with respect to the weight, the mental well-being, and the exercise.
Fit and healthy.
And healthy.
Back to fit and healthy.
Okay, no, I like that. Okay, that's good. So the goal is to get back to fit and healthy. I like that. Do you want to write that down? I think you've nailed it. I think you have nailed it. That's a great goal. Let's get back to being fit and healthy. Yeah.
Yep.
So let's think. I just get you to think back, Stu.
Just hang on. I'll probably be the.
I could be the personal trainer wondering where you are.
That's the food delivery.
Yeah, I hope it's a healthy.
Oh, more chips.
Yeah. So the goal, have you written that down? The goal is to get back to being fit and healthy. Very good, thank you. So if we think back, has there been a time in your life, and I believe there has, given that you were once an athlete, but a time in your recent life when you had achieved this goal of being healthy? And tell me about that time.
Yeah, I was. So about a year ago, very healthy, very fit, very active.
Okay, so not that long ago.
No.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You should feel good about that you know that you can do it. So well done. And right now, give yourself a score out of 10 for fit and healthy. And this is just your assessment. What's your score out of 10 right now? 10 being, I'm where I was 12 months ago. And obviously 0 being a couch potato or equivalent.
I'm a 4 out of 10.
Okay, so 4 out of 10. And again, Stu, that's actually, I was expecting a lower number given what you described. So you're 4 out of 10. And what are you doing at the moment to get that 4? What's the kind of immediate stuff you're doing?
Not a great deal, but just going for walks every now and then, and trying to eat a little bit healthier.
Okay.
Not doing too many silly things.
Yeah. Okay. So it's more you're doing okay with the food maybe, but not really exercising per se. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So let's now start to move ahead and look forward. All right. I always like when I'm coaching not to dwell too much in the past, but to look forward as to what could you do. And maybe I've also found that drawing on the things you really love doing can help with this type of goal. So let's start to throw around some ideas in terms of where would you start and what worked before.
Going running, having a schedule, eating well, having having people making it easy for you. So
Okay.
whether it be a personal trainer or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you like running?
Yeah.
Any other sport? Any team sports that you do?
A bit of rugby, playing
Okay.
rugby, but I'm too old now
So you couldn't get back into that.
to get back into.
All right. So the running's good, and a personal trainer
Yeah.
is an option. Have you had one of those before? Is that something you've done
A long time ago.
previously? Okay. So running, personal trainer. What else, Stu? What other options do you have? Either
Going to the
locally
gym,
or pardon?
going to the gym locally, putting a bit of weights. Yeah.
Okay, gym and weights. Yeah, keep going. What else?
Swimming.
You can swim.
Swim in the sea.
So a bit of swimming. Yeah.
Yeah. A bit of volleyball.
Yeah, excellent. Volleyball on the beach, I believe.
Mm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all good. So you've got running, personal trainer, gym and weights, swimming, beach volleyball. What else? Think about the fact that you're time poor and that it's hard for you to make time for stuff. What else could you try and think a bit differently? Try and look away from the old. They were quite, you rattled those off way too easily in terms of what you could do. And I often find that if we just kind of sit with a problem for a little bit longer or sit with potential solutions a bit longer, that there could be some gold.
Have food delivered.
Have what delivered?
Food delivered. Healthy food delivered.
You could have healthy food delivered. I mean, most of the other things you came up with were around exercise, but I shall make a note.
I guess the hard bit is perhaps getting the time to actually go to those kind of places like the gym and
yeah,
place, because that's the hard part.
and fitting in with the schedule of the personal trainer or the schedule of the volleyball group, and not being able to be there.
And that's the problem. That's why you can't be there. Therefore you miss all the lessons, and so it's yeah.
What about thinking about the other people that you know? Thinking about, you've worked with a lot of professional sports people in the past. Creative things they've done to keep fit beyond the obvious.
Yeah, I've been pretty impressed under COVID that what they're doing in their own back gardens.
Okay.
I've been really surprised at what they're just using everyday items as like as a kit.
So people just using whatever they've got.
Yeah.
To exercise with. So sit-ups on the back of the bed and
that's right.
Picking up a bag of sugar.
Yeah, doing a little bit of weights with a chair and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't got to that stage myself, but I reckon that could be cool. All right, Stu, let's just step back then and have a look at what you came up with. So you've got running, maybe personal trainer, going to the gym, swimming, volleyball, and maybe just thinking differently and just trying something like a backyard equivalent, DIY almost. What do you think of all of those? If we think about the goal that you set, remind me of the goal, please.
Back to fit and healthy.
Okay, back to fit and healthy. So thinking about back to fit and healthy, which of these do you think's got the most chance of kind of getting an immediate? Because you've got to start with something, yeah.
I think you're right. I mean, I've had a gym membership now for months, and now back to after COVID. Now they're allowing you back, but still haven't got the energy, haven't got the time. So I think it has to be immediate. It has to be impactful, and maybe after this, I'm thinking laterally here. Maybe there is something I can just do something small in the beginning, just to sort of begin that road.
Okay, and do you get time during the day? Like if you talked about this big schedule, are there little gaps where you could do some of this stuff?
There are often scenario exercises when I'm dealing with the students that they have to go for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm eating donuts during that time.
So you're thinking rather than eating donuts, you could be lifting up some bags of sugar.
Indeed, I'm being facetious, but yeah, I think
you could lift the bags of donuts.
I could lift the crate of donuts that I've just had delivered.
So I think that's awesome. Are you gonna? Do you want to lock that in and just kind of let's say that let's start with that, because again you could always add and occasionally do something like the volleyball or the run. But if there's something that's really going to give you a routine that you can try and create a habit. I
agree. So I'm looking around now and I'm thinking, the little bits and pieces. There's some weights down in the garage. Why not? Why are they in the garage? Why could they not be in the middle of the studio, or just to do a little bit of weights as we're trying to do it? Nice.
That's fantastic. So in the next week, Stu, let's try and move this to a wrap up. What could you do in the next week on this, or even sooner than that? Maybe even in the next few days.
I think what do they say? Fish can't see water. Now, now I'm seeing this. Yeah. And, I'm feeling excited. I'm thinking that if I could put a few things around and just look around me and use the natural breaks in the courses, just to sort of begin,
Okay.
I might come back to the camera looking a bit flushed, but
confidence. How confident are you? Let's finish this with a score out of 10. How confident?
I'm very confident. I think I'm a 9 out of 10.
All right.
9 out of 10. Yeah.
Beautiful. I look forward to seeing the fit, healthy Stu next time we catch up. Thanks for the chat.